Alright everybody, it's AFC North time. As always, starting with the last place finishing team from last year, the Cleveland Browns. And they did get one big pickup in the offseason, picking up longtime Carolina Panthers quarterback Jake Delhomme to play for them. And Delhomme has had some good seasons. He's been to the playoffs a few times. He's been to the Super Bowl once. Last year he was kind of off before he got injured, but the potential is there to possibly have a big season for the Browns. New scenery, all that type of jazz. So, and now they've got the quarterback, and now it's time to try and build the team around the quarterback. And they're really not quite there yet. They have a decent running back in Harrison, and Cribbs is an okay receiver, but I'm hard pressed to see anyone on the Browns having a big year. Anyone else really? So yeah, that's basically the same story for the Browns. Okay. If I can talk about the other three teams together for a second, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, looking at their rosters, uh, if those three teams are fully healthy, they're amazing. Which made this division so hard. Of course, you got the Cleveland Browns finishing fourth, and they will likely finish fourth again. These other teams are so hard to pick, and thankfully a few absences may make the picking of the order a little bit easier, but man, these are three teams that have playoff potential if they're healthy. They're not all healthy, but you never know what could happen. Okay, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they finished third last year in kind of an underachieving year, and of course Ben Roethlisberger suspended for up to 6 games. It could be 4. But up to 6. And they have Brian Leftwich filling in while Roethlisberger is out. And he's a decent, and Leftwich is a decent quarterback too. I mean, I don't think the Steelers are going to go 0-6 with Ben Roethlisberger out. I mean, they're a good enough a team, and Leftwich is solid enough a quarterback that they're not going to lose every game, obviously. And looking at who else have we got? Mendenhall, who's a very good young running back. Randall L. has rejoined the team as a receiver. They still have Hines Ward as well, and Mike Wallace. So very good receiving core. Heath Miller is still their tight end. And still a very good, solid defense as well, with pieces like Polamalu. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to pick this team, especially with Roethlisberger being out for the beginning of the season. But the defense is still there. I think they really just underachieved last year. They were the defending Super Bowl champions last season, and I don't know. I mean, they had some injuries, sure, too, but yeah, all in all, I think it was just an underachieving year and they're still a good team. Yeah. So, looking at the Baltimore Ravens, they were the second place finishing team, and they also grabbed a wildcard spot last year, and they are a very together team as well. Joe Flacco is their quarterback. Nice young quarterback. Ray Rice is also a great young running back. They've picked up Anquan Bolden as a receiver, who's been a long-time Arizona Cardinal. Derek Mason is still there. They did pick up Dante Stallworth, but I think he's got a very serious injury, so I don't know if he's going to play a huge part in the team. But and Todd Heap, their longtime tight end, and lots of mainstays on the defense as well, like Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, Ngata. They're going to be a very good team, and the big question mark I have with Baltimore, and I got to give Baltimore a lot of credit. They've kind of been a team that's gone unnoticed for the past couple of years, but while being unnoticed, have squeaked into playoff spots. So, but my big question mark with Baltimore is some injuries in their secondary. Dominique Foxworth and Ed Reed. Foxworth is definitely out for the season. He's on injured reserve, and Ed Reed had some surgery in the offseason, and he could potentially miss the season as well. They're still hoping he might come back, and those are two big question marks on defense for me. I think the offense is very good now with the added receiving core and Flacco getting better and Rice getting better, and Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna have any trouble scoring points. And as far as stopping the run with the line and the linebackers, I think they'll be okay. It's just the secondary that I'm worried about with Baltimore. Okay, so the team that won the division last year, the Cincinnati Bengals. And I mean, Carson Palmer's a great quarterback too. They've got Cedric Benson as running back. Ocho Cinco there as always, and they picked up Terrell Owens. What do I think about Ocho Cinco and Owens? I mean, Owens did not work last year for Buffalo. He just didn't fit with Buffalo, but a team that passes a lot like Cincinnati does, I think he may fit with them. I mean, there are going to be plays for Ocho Cinco, and there'll be plays for Owens as well, I'm sure. And who else have we got? They've got a very solid defense too. Yeah, I think Cincinnati, all in all, they're going to be a good team as well, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't want to ramble too long. So as far as placing, I'm going to go backwards this time because it's easier. Cleveland is going to finish last. I'm sure of that. Pittsburgh, they're not going to be terrible with Ben out, but it's still going to be difficult. And the other top two teams, Cincinnati, Baltimore, may get off to a hot start while Ben is on the sidelines, and just may be a little hard to catch up to them. So I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to be third, which it was really hard for me to pick between Cincinnati and Baltimore to win the division. Like, I was surprised even when I looked at Baltimore's roster at how solid a roster I thought they had. It was just about as solid as Cincinnati's last year. So it was really hard for me to pick. I think if we're talking offense, I think Baltimore wins. Nothing against Cincinnati's offense. It's just maybe they're a little bit older, and yeah, I don't think either team has a bad offense. But if we're talking defense, Baltimore's defense again not bad, but they're a bit aged and they've got some holes with the injuries to Foxworth and Reed. And Cincinnati's got a young, quick offense, and this is a hard one to pick. I still haven't picked, really. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. Okay. I'm going to be bold just this one time. And I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens to win the division. There, I said it. So Baltimore wins the division. Cincinnati, maybe just one game back, I'm thinking. It's going to be close. And I think both teams make the playoffs. So I think Baltimore wins the division. Cincinnati will make the playoffs as a wild card. Pittsburgh, yeah, I mean, again, they're really hard to call. You never know. Pittsburgh could surprise us too. Like Roethlisberger has, had a rough off season and kind of had a rough season before that, and now coming back from suspension, he'll be hungry too. So you never know. He can make a run too, but I think Pittsburgh's going to finish third, and of course the Cleveland Browns fourth. So really, really tough division to call. But I decided to be bold just this one time. Okay, so 2 divisions left: AFC South, NFC West. Of course, I'll be doing both of those divisions next week. So if you want to see either one of those first, drop me a line, write me a comment. And, yep, 2 more to go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.